Welcome back to Got Your Back Chat, a podcast made by young people for young people to talk about things we care about. This podcast is hosted by Got Your Back, a campaign for young people in Hull. Today we are joined by Editorial board members me, Josh C, Josh M, Scarlett and Jess. So, how is everybody?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
Once again, I am fantastic.
Oh, I mean, since last time we've had Josh C download TikTok.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
progress.
Yeah, okay.
It is a great achievement.
How's that
Much
been?
convincing.
Let's take back what I said.
It's great, isn't it?
It's alright.
You can't deny it. It's amazing.
It's not as bad as what I thought, but it's not as good. It's not as good as everyone's made out.
How many hours have you wasted so far?
Shall I check?
Oh God.
No.
Well, I have been on it quite a bit, and I've only had it like a week and a half.
I live in fear.
I have been.
I'm actually quite scared to hear it.
Today, an hour and 10 minutes.
Good to know your online school's doing well. Great to hear.
And this week, 4 hours.
That's not much for this week.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, that's not actually that much.
I've only spent 36 minutes on it today.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm doing quite well for it today. Yeah.
Mine. I don't think mine's that bad today, actually. I've not been on my phone much. No, 11 minutes today. That's okay.
I was going to say 11 hours then. I was going to say, not much.
Well, I got addicted to a whole different game and I was on it for 6 hours one day. Like, literally 6 hours.
Right. That's normal. So anyways, besides the point of TikTok, moving on quite swiftly. So today we actually want to talk about relationships, whether that's dating, friends, family, platonic or romantic. It's up to you. Your choice, everybody. So obviously since the first lockdown was called, all the way back in March last year, it seems ages ago now, it seems absolutely years ago, it's been quite difficult for couples to see each other, and most people have broken the rules, let's be honest, to see their partner. But like, to any of you who are in here right now, if you are in a relationship, what did you do to keep in touch? And if even if you are in a relationship, what have you done to keep in touch with your friends? That's what I want to ask you all.
I mean, I actually got in a relationship in the first lockdown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we got together pretty much as soon as you were allowed to go on a walk with someone in sort of May time. I did spend a lot of time, like during the day, FaceTiming him, like messaging. And obviously at uni, it's then long distance. So it was the same sort of thing. It's been really difficult since I've got back from university. We've probably had more issues because obviously there's been the next lockdown. And the rules are even stricter than the first one. And it's cold, so we can't just go on a walk and it's too cold to do that, or it's been snowing or raining. So I think the best thing is just to have solid communication with the person that you're with if it is a romantic relationship, because you can't see them. I mean, you can break the rules to see them, but even then you can't see them as much as you would want to. So you just really have to make time for them, I think.
Definitely,
Yeah.
Communication's a big part of any relationship, whether you love them or don't. I don't know where I was going with that. But even your friends, communication's key. I just want to point out, though, I'm probably the least qualified person on this podcast right now to talk about relationships.
Same here.
Same.
I don't know. I'm quite qualified when it comes to relationships and distance.
You're the guru.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
the guru.
just specialise in friendship. That'll be my part of this podcast.
Yeah, me too.
I actually have a point about friendships with the whole corona and lockdown, like more friendship groups than anything, because I've had this issue personally. Has anyone had the issue where you've got a group of friends that want to meet, say 5 or 6 of you back when it was a 6 per person rule, and you've got that one friend that wants to stick 100% to the rules? Because I've had that issue in my friendship group where there's a couple of girls who they don't want to come out and they really don't want to break the rules like at all. And how have people actually dealt with that? Because I've actually probably struggled with that more than other things.
I was that one friend for a time.
Well, that's part of the healthy relationship. It's about understanding what they want, and that no one's going to stick to what you want because they live their own life. And if they decide they don't want to go out because they're scared of the virus, which is understandable, that's something that you got to put up with, I think. And then you've always got those other friends. Sorry. Continue.
Don't worry. I had a couple of friends during, like, just at the back end of, like, the first lockdown when everything was clearing up, as if you will, who was so, like, insistent to wear their mask inside of houses and stuff. And I wasn't like that. I don't know why I wasn't like that. I just kind of was like, well, if I get it, I'll get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had that kind of outlook.
Yeah, I think that's the younger people outlook on this whole thing. That you'll get it, but it won't really affect you, which I think is a huge... I don't really know what the word is, but I don't think we should be doing it. Because it is serious. You can get very ill from it, and there's people who are young dying from it. And
definitely.
taking it very seriously. But then... there is the chance that you get it and you're completely fine. But there's also the chance that you don't get it because you wear a mask. You social distance and you don't do unnecessary things.
Yeah.
I mean, my kind of outlook with it changed quite a bit because the first lockdown, I didn't really do much. Like, I did stick pretty much fully to the rules until the summer. But by that point, the rules were so confusing that I couldn't really tell if I was breaking them or not. But then obviously the government were like, oh, go to university. There is no way to do university without breaking the rules. I'm telling you this now. So my outlook completely changed when I went there because you were meeting new people and you could try your best to, you know, wear masks, do the right thing. But I mean, I was living with 11 strangers in technically a household, and then they would bring people into the flat, or we would go elsewhere, or I would be in a seminar, and you meet a lot of different people, and some people have different outlooks to others. So, I mean, we had to wear masks during lessons, which I know school children didn't have to do. We had to do it even when we were sat down. But then outside of that, a lot of people didn't do it. And yeah, I think with friends, it's kind of knowing each person's like personal boundary with it.
Yeah, I think that's a part. Like, they're like relationships where you can't really control what's happening. Like you said, you're living with 11 other people that you've never met in your life, and now you're just together. You can't really control what they do. It's not like you can go up to them and ask them, can you not do that? Because they're just going to dislike you straight away.
Yeah.
I mean, between now and all the way back in the first lockdown, it's months ago now, years ago, it feels like. Families have been heavily split up, especially, big families, ones with like 15 cousins.
Yeah,
why?
They're all quite close.
Yeah, and it's like, why? But besides the point, I've seen during the first lockdown, I saw loads of people do like Zoom quiz nights. Did anyone do them? Zoom pub quizzes, anything like that?
Every single Friday. I became a quiz mind.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I didn't.
I did it with my friends.
No, I never. We
never did mine.
No, we never did that. No, we never did either.
What did that involve? Like, how was that?
Well, it was very hectic.
We did like a quiz, so each person, because I have quite a large friendship group, so we've actually not met up since lockdown as a full group because there's about 20 of us from college. But we did a Zoom call every Friday for the first sort of 6-7 weeks, and someone made a quiz each week, and then asked the questions, answered them, and then announced the winners. And we had like a tally of who'd won the most and everything. But we all kind of, when everything got lifted and people could go out, that kind of stopped. And then we haven't really like done that in the last 2 lockdowns. It was only the first one.
My friendship group didn't do anything. The group chat actually died over that like period of time, which is the opposite of what you'd expect.
Same with mine though. I haven't even spoken to my friendship group this lockdown.
Well, I'm the complete opposite. My group chat has never been so active.
I think the first lockdown, me and my friends, we didn't talk too much, but I think this, like, now we have a lot. So we have like, we watch films over like Discord, and we like play Minecraft and stuff like that a lot. So I think the first lockdown, we didn't really know what we could do, and we didn't really want to do a quiz because that seemed to be like what everyone was doing, and none of us were really particularly interested in that. So we didn't really do anything the first lockdown, but I think now people are realizing the things that they can do. So like, we're doing more things like just online games that you just find and you're like, oh, we could do that. So it's a lot better now than it was before, because we literally barely talked in the first lockdown.
I had a bit of an opposite experience, because obviously my friend and I, we were year 13, so we'd just been told exams were cancelled. We had absolutely no responsibilities from March till September. So we had 6 months to do whatever we wanted, and a lot of us didn't really know what to do. So I think that's why we did the quizzes and the calls a lot. And then this lockdown, I mean, the government again has decided to screw over uni students, but we're not going to talk about that.
I wish I was in your shoes.
No, you really don't, because we are literally like the only year that is still doing exams. Oh, last year was good. No, but we didn't have anything to do, so we spoke a lot. And then this year, we're now not speaking because we have exams, and we actually, I think, probably one of the only years that are actually still doing our normal exams and content. So we don't have any time to speak. So it's really boring, this lockdown.
Well, I have an argument to make that I think last year was equally the best and worst year ever. For me, personally.
I agree with Josh. Being out of school was so good.
I'm hands down, it was the worst year of my life.
Yeah, I agree.
And this year ain't looking too good either.
Well, I think it was fantastic for the following reasons. Every night, every single night, I'd go on the Xbox with the boys.
Of course you did.
We'd just game into the early hours of the morning. And then I go to sleep about 4 o'clock. We covered this last time. I wake up in the afternoon, have lunch, have dinner, play again, and that was just on repeat every single day. And then
That does sound
obviously there was that thing, coronavirus, that caused it. I got my GCSEs for free. And I did well. Okay, I did well. Thank you guys. Thank you. But yeah, obviously there were some negatives to that. I got kicked out of school. Well, I didn't get kicked out. I mean, they forced us to leave school. And that meant that half of because I was in year 11, half of my year I would never see again because they've gone to different colleges. Which was kind of, you don't even think about it. I haven't seen half of the people that I spent nearly every single day of my life with since last year. And we were just cut off. And we had no control over that. We thought we were having prom. We thought we were going to see each other. But we couldn't do that. And that's why it was one of the worst.
The goodbye process was difficult because it
happened so abruptly.
Yeah, we found out on the Wednesday and the last day was the Friday. Like, I was in my school's silent working area with one of my friends. We were working on some coursework, and then we saw it come up on the TV, and we were just thinking, you're kidding me, we have 2 days left. And trying to, I remember our school scrambling to do a leavers assembly and everything with 2 days.
That was crazy.
I mean, we're kind of seeing a repeat of it now this year, but a bit more organised. I wish I was year 11 last year. I mean, not having to do any work, getting to sleep all day.
It was fantastic.
And, you know, instead of the assignment missing, missing. That. Yeah, painful. I pray to God I was in your shoes last year. And it sucks because on the one hand, I have to go back to school in a couple of weeks, but we might not, let's be honest. That could change within a couple of days.
Yeah.
But I wish I was in your shoes.
Your exams have still got cancelled though, so you still. I could be wishing I was in your shoes.
We don't know what's happening with them.
Yeah, I don't envy the year 10s, to be honest. My sister's a year 10. I don't envy it. However, at least you guys, your education's free. I mean, you're getting free Zoom calls. I'm getting $9,000 Zoom calls. You know.
I don't know. You're gonna have colleges next year full of people who have never sat an exam.
Literally, the last exam they did was their SATs.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Imagine going to university with SATs grades as your only backup.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared, Josh. It's fine. It's all right, Josh. I mean, in a way, I want to be back in the school environment. In a way, I would like to see all my mates again. But at the same time, I'm quite enjoying being at home. I still wake up at reasonable times. You know, I still go to bed at reasonable times.
Up and getting out of bed, and that's where I have a problem. I'm spending the morning in bed with my lessons.
Yeah, me too.
And then.
Do you guys not miss just like seeing people though, like seeing your friends? I hate being at home. I'm going back to uni.
With this lockdown, I FaceTime my friends because you know we've got lunchtime between lessons. I FaceTime my friends just so we can see each other.
Yeah.
And then obviously we've got the Xbox in the evening. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really miss seeing my mates, if I'm honest. Like, we have group.
Declan, make sure they don't listen to this.
I will, don't you worry.
I'll tell you what though, you learn who your real friends are when you're in a lockdown and you're not seeing them.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've learned because when we left college, everyone's like, oh, we're all going to stay in touch and we're all going to talk. And I think I've stayed in touch with like half the people that I said I would. And like, well, it's like, honestly, because even things like birthdays and things, like when you're at college and it's your birthday or school and it's your birthday, oh, it's on everyone's story and there's pictures, oh, have a great day. And now, I mean, I've not actually had a birthday since lockdown because my birthday was pretty much in lockdown, but we're not going to talk about that.
It's about to be my 16th in lockdown. It's horrible.
18th.
That's even worse.
Okay, that is a bit worse.
And then now my 19th is going to be as well. So we're just not going to, no. But I just remember, like, for a lot of my friends' birthdays, thinking that everyone was going to do the same thing and they haven't. You really do learn, like, who your friends are when you don't see them every day.
Yeah,
because it's really
that connection with you.
Yeah, like I didn't realise how many friends I had that were literally just kind of school or college friends.
It also shows how much you mean to them.
Yeah,
the fact that they want to speak to you.
I feel like having like just in school friends, that's something that I really miss because like I've stayed in contact with like my close friendship group, but just being able to see, like, I have quite a few friends who I only really talk to in school, and that's just kind of our friendship. And I miss just like walking into school and just being like, hi, and just having like a little catch up with people, because now the only people I talk to are like my close friends. And obviously that's fine, like I love my close friends, like I'm fine with just talking to them, but it's just having like a variety of like people to talk to. It's kind of just the casual conversations. You miss them.
Yeah, that's really true. That is so true. I was thinking about that.
Yeah,
definitely. It's little interactions.
Just the people you sit next to, that changes that whole lesson.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you can have a really good time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because when you can only see one other person, or even in the group of 6, you're not gonna choose to see people that you wouldn't have seen before.
Yeah.
You're only going to see your very inner circle.
You've never been out
Yeah, I
with them
didn't
in
think
your
of
life,
that.
but you sit next to them in science.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly can say I've lost quite a lot of friends in the first lockdown.
Yeah, me
I
too.
met a lot of people at uni, but the first lockdown, I was like, geez, like you really do, your circle shrinks quite a lot, which I think that's probably what I found the hardest was kind of, if I had an issue, normally I could go into college and just talk to whoever, but it's kind of, I can't talk to this person because I haven't spoken to them in 3 months now.
Yeah.
So it's quite weird. Like there's a few people I think that I wouldn't now speak to that I would have considered like good friends before.
Why do you feel like you can't speak to them? Is it because it's been so long?
Yeah, because I kind of got out the habit of talking to them because the first couple of months of the first lockdown, I was very productive and I kind of stayed off social media, electronics as much as possible. I don't really even know why. I had a lot of things to do outside of that I hadn't been able to do because I've been really busy with my A-levels and everything else. So I didn't really speak to anyone other than the weekly group call and my boyfriend for, I would say, the first 2 months. So then by the time I did go back on social media or I did have like problems or whatever, or wanted to see people, there was a very small number of people that I actually felt I could speak to because it had been so long since I'd had conversation with a lot of people.
I mean, I'm the same. During the first lockdown, my friendship group drifted, as I mentioned. And since like getting back to school, my friendship group isn't the people who I was friends with in year 10. I'm now friends with like an entire different group and I barely ever speak to my other one. Like, it's just so weird to think how it's changed.
Character evolution. You've changed as a person, Matt, because of lockdown.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have changed since the lockdown, though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially how they act.
Yeah.
That's another thing I used to love to do. I've not been to the cinema since 2019.
I haven't been to the cinema
so
since
sad.
2019 either, I don't think.
I regret the last film I went to go watch in
I
cinema.
think you said this last time.
No, I was
I
just
think I
thinking
heard
that.
this, yeah.
Did I?
I'm thinking of Sonic and the conversation we had about Sonic.
No, that wasn't the last film. I did go see that. We wasn't the last film.
I'm thinking the Emoji Movie.
No, that was way before.
No,
That was
it
way
was
before.
it was Harley Quinn.
God.
Yeah,
That's not
because
even a
I saw
bad
that
film.
one as well. Yeah.
It's not a good film though. It's not. It's
But
not
if
a
you're
bad
gonna
film. It's
go,
not a good
if
film.
it's your last film for like 2 years in the cinema,
Yeah,
make
well, you
it
never
better
knew.
than
You
Harley
didn't know it
Quinn.
was your
Come on.
last film.
True.
I think we can all relate to this, really. When we was in year 7, or when everyone here was in year 7, there's like this huge misconception of what a relationship is in year 7. It's like, oh, I'm dating him.
Right.
And it's so awkward for them to just go, I love you, almost instantly.
No, the holding hands. The holding hands
yeah.
when you're walking down, like,
That
to your
was
next lesson.
cringy.
Do you want to hold hands?
Hey, that was a big thing in year 7.
But it's so awkward. No, it's that, and then it's the whole, oh, well, do you want to eat lunch with me now? Because we're like a couple.
Please.
It was like, yeah, let's go out, and then 4 weeks later, you haven't talked for 4
Yeah.
weeks, and then you're just walking in the corridor, and you see her, and you go, oh, hi. Like you haven't spoken to her.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you get together, you don't speak the whole time you're together. Then the next time you see them, you break up because you realise you haven't spoken.
I miss year 7 in a way.
When I was in year 7, one of my friends, she had a boyfriend and she wanted to break up with him but didn't know how to do it. So she got me and like 2 of our other friends to go up to him and say, right, she's breaking up with you. And it was like the worst way any of it could be done. But
I've broken up with so
like-
many people for my friends. It's so bad.
That was like year 5. Like, that was like normal in year 5.
This was year 7, and I was like, it was a really odd situation to be put in, to be told, right, go broke up with my boyfriend for me. I was like, oh, okay. I guess.
Yeah,
I
no,
will.
I had to do that. We had to walk like onto the field where the boys were playing football. I'd walk up to, I was quite fearless. I didn't really care.
I'm having flashbacks.
Because I was quite like mature, I think, about that. I was quite mature about it. I was kind of like, well, it's a year 10 relationship. It's a year 9 relationship. And a lot of people think, oh, they're not going to last.
Gonna get married.
Well, they thought that, but I never thought that. So I would just walk up to the boy, tap him on the shoulder. By the way, you and her are done. Bye. Walk back off.
The bearer of bad
I used to
news.
do more awkward stuff than that. I used to say, mate, go and ask her out for me. And
Yeah,
it used to be
that
just
used
like
to happen.
that. But it's worse when you get denied like that, isn't it? When you get told no, but it's through your friends.
When the girls' friends come up to you, you know it's not good news. If the friends come up to you, it's not good news. End of discussion.
Josh, mate, she said no.
Breakdown.
Well, should we leave it there then?
Yeah.
After such an event of learning how...
You've all just exposed yourselves.
Yeah, there's just so much to take away from it.
Hello, this is producer Jenny from Got Your Back Chat and from the Got Your Back campaign. Our editorial board got a little bit overexcited and forgot to record the end of their podcast this week, but no worries, that's why I'm here. So I'm just here to remind you all that you can find the Got Your Back campaign over on Instagram or Facebook. You can either search Got Your Back Hull or type the handle GYB Hull to find us. Or if you want to watch more of these episodes over on YouTube, just search Got Your Back Hull or Got Your Back Chat Hull and you'll find us right there. Thanks for joining us and we'll see you next time.